Hello, welcome to Michelle Loses It. I'm Michelle. I am going to be talking about a new health and fitness journey. If that's something that resonates with you, then please stay tuned. So let me tell you a little bit about myself, and then I will jump into the program that I am planning to document here on this channel. So my name is Michelle. I am married for the second time. I'm 55 years old. I live in Florida, but only recently. I've lived all over the country, but I live in Florida now. And I have no kids of my own, but I do have two beautiful grown stepdaughters. And this channel is just to document this new journey that I'm going to be on. My purpose for starting this channel was, one, to keep myself accountable. I thought that maybe putting myself out there and sharing my journey with other people might keep me incented to stick to my program a little bit more than I might have otherwise. I also hope that my story inspires people, and I also hope to get inspired by other people through the comment section. So hopefully you will join me there. Let me tell you a little bit about my background. So I was not an overweight child. I was not an overweight young adult. I started gaining weight during my first year of my first marriage. That probably should have been a clue, but I have been struggling with my weight ever since. I've been up, I've been down, just the typical roller coaster with my weight. I have tried pretty much everything that there is out there to help me lose weight. I've had temporary success with some programs, but clearly I've always gained the weight back. I am at a stage in my life right now where it's less about how I look than it is about how I feel. I am very fortunate to be married to a man that loves me regardless of my weight. I've been heavy, I've been not heavy, and his love for me has never been different. So I am very fortunate in that regard, and I think that helps me a lot with my self-esteem and how I feel about myself and the way that I look. So again, I'd be lying if I didn't say that, there's a little bit of that element, but honestly, if that was the only issue, I wouldn't be going for this. I am at a point now where my weight is affecting the way that I feel. I didn't have that issue for a long time, but now I am at that stage. I have bad knees. I've had a knee replacement. I struggle walking up and down stairs. I struggle walking for long periods of time, and I'm just physically uncomfortable in my body, and I'm not interested in being there anymore. So I have never had health issues other than my arthritic knees because of my weight. And in a recent doctor's appointment, I did have elevated blood pressure. So that kind of also spurred me on, because I don't want to get to a point where my health is really at risk. So I want to get that under control. So with all that said, like I said, I've tried every program out there. I've probably joined Weight Watchers at least once a year, every year for over 30 years, like back before they even had points, when it was the exchange program. I did Fen back in the 80s. I've done MetaFast, and I was successful on that, but I didn't maintain it. I've done keto. I've done the Whole30 program. Like I've done it all. At one of my lower weights, I was doing CrossFit for a year and a half. So I've been all over the place. I've never had a program that was comprehensive, if that makes sense. So I've done the medication in a silo. I've done the exercise in a silo. I've done the nutritionist in a silo. I feel like the program that I'm about to tell you about, it combines all of those things. So I feel like it's well-rounded for me. So let me tell you a little bit about it. It's called CALIBRATE. Please know this is not sponsored. I'm not getting paid for this. This is just the program that I've chosen based on research that I've done. And I feel like this is going to be a good one for me. So fingers crossed. So I joined Calibrate. I'll tell you a little bit about the program in a minute, but when you join, they send you, now first you have to, when you sign up, you have to do a little bit of a quiz, and that will let you know if you're even eligible to join. And then once you are eligible, then you get sent a welcome kit. I think it took about a week for the welcome kit to come in. Now, know that if you are super eager to jump in and start a program, you're going to have to like figure something else out on your own for a couple of weeks, because the welcome kit took about a week to come in. It took 2 weeks before I could get the first doctor's visit. And then I have another week before I have my first appointment with the coach. So you sign up, and when you sign up, they put you in queue to get the welcome kit. They also send a lab work script to your local LabCorp or Quest or wherever it is that you get your blood work done. If you've had recent blood work done within the last 6 months, I believe you can submit that. Otherwise, they will send the script to a local place for you to get the blood work done. And because they want the doctor to have the blood work up to 5 days before your visit, that's why the timing takes so long. So anyway, let me tell you about the welcome kit. So the welcome kit it took about a week for me to get the welcome kit. Within the welcome kit, I had this notebook, which is just a plain journal. So I don't know if I'm going to be journaling or if this is for me to take notes. Not sure yet. It comes with a measuring tape. So that's so that you can measure your waist, because that is a key point of tracking over the course of the program. It comes with these hair ties. It says to hold on to these bands. You'll learn how to use these in your first goal. And so there's those. Then it comes with the food resources guide. And this has like all of the food groups and things like that, and what you can eat when. And it's basically, there's a get started. So there's that. And then finally, you get a scale. And the scale, you need to sync the scale up. You have to download the Calibrate app, sync the scale up with your app, and then weigh. You want to weigh and measure your waist prior to the visit with your doctor. So I had my first doctor visit today. So my goal with this channel is that I'm going to post once a week on Fridays after my doctor visit or my coach visit, or just in the in-between weeks. It'll be once a week, probably on Friday afternoons. And I'll keep you updated on my progress. So just know that up front, this is a 1-year commitment, and the cost of the program is you can either pay in monthly installments of $135 through the Affirm application, which is interest-free, or you can pay the one lump sum of, I think it's $16.20 upfront on a credit card. I believe on a credit card. So those are your two options for payment. And the program, to me, the reason I say that it's all encompassing is because it is doctor supervised. It is one-on-one counseling with a health coach. There is a medication, an FDA approved weight loss medication. And then there's the food and exercise program. So it kind of is well-rounded. It includes all of those pieces that I've done individually in silos, but never all together. So that's why I'm really hopeful that this program is going to work for me. I think the one-on-one counseling is key for me. I think that's why Weight Watchers didn't necessarily work so well for me. I need that accountability and face-to-face and the ability to tell my individual story and about my week rather than having to be in a bigger group, which that was also good, but finding the right leader was always a struggle for me in Weight Watchers. So I had my first doctor visit today, and your first doctor visit is a 45-minute session, and the doctor goes over the program. They kind of go over the medication options and how that works. The medications that they have as options they're all GLP-1s, which were originally created for diabetes, and it was discovered that they are aids for weight loss. And so they've recently been approved as weight loss medications. So they will, what they do is they talk through like your medical history, your attempts at weight loss over the past, because that's going to be key for whether or not your insurance will approve the medication. And what they do is they submit the medication for the insurance in the order that the doctor thinks is best for you. And then it's up to which one you get prescribed is actually determined by your insurance company and which one they will approve. So that can take 4 to 6 weeks. So you're going to start the program before you actually get the medication. So I have some of the stuff that I need to get started. I had my doctor's visit today. I have my first coaching session next week, but there's no reason why, and with the doctor, you don't go over the actual details of the food and exercise program. So you're kind of reliant on this resource right here if you're ready to get started as soon as you've had your doctor's appointment. So I'm going to be reading this in depth and kind of learning that part of the program on my own. And then in the Calibrate app, there are lessons. So right now I've done, I think, 4 lessons that are kind of like the pre-lessons, getting you ready for the program. And the other ones are not unlocked until I have my first coaching session. That's kind of what I know so far. Obviously not a ton of information just yet, but I'm taking you along as I go through the program, so it's kind of almost real time. So my expectations and plans for this channel, I will provide updates weekly. I will tell you about any struggles that I had. I will celebrate any successes that I had. I'm probably not, I'm trying to decide. It's hard enough putting myself out here as it is, but I don't think I'm going to actually share my weight and my waist measurement. I think what I'll end up doing is sharing the losses. So I can tell you I've lost X number of pounds, X number of inches, things like that. Hopefully that doesn't turn you off, but if it does, that's fine. I'm not offended. But I don't know that I'm going to share those. Maybe I will toward the end. I don't know. We'll see. So that's about it. That's my intro. I would love to know if you're already doing Calibrate. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on the program. I did read reviews. It sounds like a lot of people have had success with this. So I am very hopeful and encouraged that I might have found a program that works for me. So that's it, guys. So what do you say? Are you ready to follow along with me? I say, let's get healthy together. I really appreciate you following along with me. Thanks so much. I'll talk to you next week. Bye.